and gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting a whole winter for. The start of the 1987 season here at Riverside Park Speedway. You know, it's been a long, extremely cold winter, and we welcome each and every one of you back here to Riverside Park. This is the start of the season, and we want you to get on the edge of your seats in anticipation. We're going to turn up the house lights a moment, and we want you to send them off. Wave something or do something special, because in one lap, you're going to see the start of the first event of 1987. Yeah, hot laps before we bring them back and tighten them up. If you come by the fourth turn, you can stand up and give them a shout all winter long. We've waited for this one, and it's been a long time coming. Welcome to Riverside Park Speedway, and once again, the stage is set. 100 times around here, green flag racing at its best. Set. Paul Coakley looks him over. The house lights will go down, and we are set for 100 exciting laps around. Already, we've got a problem. Dan Avery and Mike Stefanik tangle initially on the start. It's not a good way to begin, by no means. Pit gate will open up. As Avery and Stefanik tangle initially on the start, damage done to both of their cars. Stage is set, we'll try it again. Bob Polverelli and Ed Kennedy make up row number one. And the green flag is out. Polverelli out in front. Car number 711 will set the pace. Bruce D'Alessandro tries to go low down underneath Ed Kennedy. Can't quite do it this time as Sam Greger comes to life in the top side of the racetrack. Greger gets the bike. Joey Marquis goes hand grenading into turn number one and brings out a caution. Rosati fortunately missed all that transpired in front of him, so he's okay. But the Marquis appears to have front end damage on the... We shall see. Paul Coakley already eyeing them. Here they come. And the green is out. Let's see if it pays off. Yes, Polverelli gets the bike and jumps ahead of Kennedy once again. Down low is Greger to challenge Kennedy, and he takes over second. Look at Greger fly as Polverelli gets up into the marbles, and that enables Greger to take the lead. This will be a battle, folks. Look at Greger fly. And Greger wastes no time at all in taking over the lead from Bob Polverelli. Greger dominates the racing action. The first lap was led by Polverelli. Laps number 2 and 3 was led by Sam Greger, and he is starting to motor on by. Mike McLaughlin moves in. Down underneath Ed Kennedy for a moment. Jim Spencer is right in the hunt. So is an S.J. Amonson. Meanwhile, Brian Ross is trying to get to the front of the field with Mighty Mike Stefanik as the two orange cars set up to try to come to the front of the pack. Sam Greger, the red rocket sled is back, and it is running stronger than ever as he is out in front and starting to pull away. Well, no doubt he's the quickest right now. However, a long way to go. 1% tire wear or all the other circumstances that come around. Bruce D'Alessandro's car number 90 drops out for the mechanical problems. 90 is out of the event. Bruce Del out of the competition. Mechanical problems with car number 90. Meanwhile, Jimmy Spencer goes to the outside of Mike McLaughlin. Spencer gets hooked up on the top side of the boards on the top side of the racetrack, picks up the spot, but Mike McLaughlin's not going to let him have it easily. Down the back straightaway, a battle of the fittest. And Spencer picks up one, and now he's going to work over Ed Kennedy. Berwick, Pennsylvania, Mr. Excitement shows him that he can still run with the best of them on a short track. Car number 99's got an apparent engine problem. The Houlihan car falls to the infield as Frank Midge now spins to the bottom of the racetrack, and now here comes Jimmy Spencer. Spencer now has taken over position number 3. Jim Spencer's up to the 3rd spot. Stan Greger still leads him. Bob Polverelli still 2nd. Spencer still got 3rd. 4th is Mike McLaughlin. 5th is Ed Kennedy. 6th, S.J. Amonson. 7th, John Zavisa. We believe that's the first 340. 8th is Tommy Bull. 9th is Mike Stefanik. And 10th is Brian Roth.
will go around and bring out yet another caution. This one comes out on lap number 14.
Stan Greger elects to start on the outside on the restart. We've got 14 laps complete, 86 to go. The caution laps, remember, do not count. Jimmy Spencer and Mike McLaughlin make up our second row. So they'll be looking for openings. Here we come.
Off the turn, Overeary on the bottom side this time. Greger still missing the bike. Outside lane is Greger. And now Mike McLaughlin puts some pressure on Bob Overeary. Mike McLaughlin goes high, wide, and handsome off turn number 4. Bob Overeary tries to keep it nice and low, but Mike McLaughlin steps second. Overeary drops back to third. Jim Spencer rim riding off the turn. Tucks it down low, tries to make a move. Over Pennsylvania, Jimmy Spencer runs impressively in the 4th spot. S.J. Munson is 5th. Tommy Bowles is 6th. 7th is Ed Kennedy. 8th, unofficially, is Mike Stefanik. 9th, first 340, John Zavisa. And 10th is John Rosati. 17 laps of history.
Smoke pours out of the number 53.
Kenny Johnson's got a problem. He drops off the pace.
Greger continues to set up blistering pace. He continues to inch into a bigger lead. Meanwhile, Bob Overeary continues to put pressure on McLaughlin. Spencer applying pressure to Overeary. That 2-3-4 battle is everyone.
No question about it. It's not been an easy battle, by no means, but Mike McLaughlin showing a great deal of talent in the first outing of Billy Simon's number 9. Bob Overeary looks down low. It appears that McLaughlin's getting a little bit wider in his effort through the turn, but so is Overeary. Jim Spencer seems to be the only guy that can run low through the turn. And we're going to see how that's going to work in just a few laps here. Lap traffic ahead. A lap pack of cars, 24 laps of history. They head to the line, 75 circuits remaining. A quarter of the event is over.
And trying to find a way around him and unable to do so at the moment. Mike Stefanik trying to get back in the hunt too in the number 37. But that battle still remains the battle for second place. Stan Greger looking stronger and stronger. Joe Rezicek drops out his car 46.
S.J. Munson now, still pressured by Tommy Bowles. Mike Stefanik, still coming on strong. 29 laps to the Winston Racing Series scoreboard. 30 is now complete. 70 laps remaining.
Munson went low, so now to the outside goes Bowles, but he's shut off by Munson on him. Meanwhile, that battle for second place goes on and on.
Remember, Danny Avery is 1 lap down and trying to make up that lap that he lost. John Zavisa gets a little bit out of shape. Trouble now, Tommy Bowles,
one of the few who can run on the low side. Doing a good job of it now as he squeaks ahead of Kennedy and moves up a notch. Tommy Bowles, our leader, is forced to spin, but of course he didn't bring out the caution, so he'll retain his first spot.
Hopefully there's no damage done on Stan Greger's number 10. He was the lead car. Dan Avery involved in the mix-up again, with car number 73, Tommy Bowles and S.J. Avanson. The caution was not brought out for Stan Greger. It was brought out for the 35 and the 73. Therefore, Stan Greger will go back as the lead car unless he has to go to the pit area. Pick up the pace just a bit. Off turn number 4, green flag is out. Greger gets the bike. Paul Valeri comes around. Paul Valeri comes around. Brian Ross makes contact.
Bob got tapped coming down that straightaway. The pace was not very good, and sure enough, Paul Valeri got tapped and around he went.
We go back to green flag racing off the turn. Stan Greger gets the bite.
Stefanik takes over Joey from Jimmy Spencer. But Stefanik is running low. Let's see if Jimmy Spencer can capitalize on that.
Meanwhile, Stan Greger still leads the event. Mike McLaughlin is now being pressured by Mike Stefanik. John Rosati down underneath John Savisa. Rosati is starting to move now and head towards the front. Mighty Mike Stefanik down underneath Mike McLaughlin. Bit per second now. And Stefanik has position number 2. Well, he had position number 2. At the line, Mike McLaughlin's got it back again. And Jimmy Spencer's coming on like gangbusters. Spencer goes in deeper than most, and Spencer's got position number 3. Off the turn, still remains Stan Greger, 46 times around. John Savisa just went around Tommy Bowles. John Rosati looking to move back up. Dan Avery definitely down 1 lap, if not more. Jimmy Spencer looks for some daylight. Down underneath Mike McLaughlin. In turn at number 4. Halfway point, next time by. 50 laps remaining. Halfway marker. Dan Greger leads him to the halfway point. Wheel it back in, try to take over third. Can't do it. Spencer goes to the outside. Jim Spencer is about to take over second. He does. Mike McLaughlin apparently off the pace all of a sudden. Possibly a mechanical problem for Mike McLaughlin. Mike McLaughlin drops out of the event. Car number 9. Mechanical woes on night number 1. Berwick, Pennsylvania. Jimmy Spencer runs in second. Stefanik runs in third.
Either Greger is slowing his pace or Jimmy Spencer is picking up his because the gap has narrowed a little bit. Tommy Bowles a little bit loose, but Rosati can't capitalize.
Leader now coming up on the cars. That are among the top 10 at this point. Stan Greger is definitely flying. Jimmy Spencer is moving in. But the same traffic that faces Greger faces the rest of the field that will try to follow. Tommy Bowles goes to the outside of John Zavisa. Tommy Bowles picks up yet another spot. Here comes Stan Greger, your lead car, as the passing flag is being issued to Tommy Bowles and Ed Kennedy. Bowles picks up yet another spot. As Stan Greger, car number 10, still dominates the racing action with 68 circuits. Second is still Spencer. Third is still Stefanik. Fourth spot, we believe, is Tommy Bowles.
And John Rosati is starting to move now. He just overtook John Zavisa and now works his way past Ed Kennedy. And he's running fifth. So John Rosati, despite early problems, has really come on.
30 laps remaining, 30 to go.
Overtakes Tommy Bowles and moves up another spot. Now running fourth. Mike Stefanik works his way through. He's lost a lot of ground to Jimmy Spencer. And Greger, still a big lead, but not as big as it was earlier.
Currently at this point, the only cars...
Well, certainly if there was a hard-luck man last year, it was Stan Greger, who led on many occasions only to have something happen, force him out. So perhaps his luck is changing in 1980. Less than 12 laps to go now.
Spencer's car literally dancing at times. But Stan Greger's maintaining the same groove and the same pattern. But watch how hard Jim Spencer comes off those turns and how deep he tries to go in to gain on some of that ground.
Meanwhile, some good little tussles going on in the pack. The battle between Kennedy, Zavisa, and Avery has been a good one for many laps. Avery's dice all over the track. With Kennedy managing to hold on.
Lap traffic could become the deciding factor with 8 laps to go. Stan Greger and Jim Spencer have to get around Ed Kennedy, John Zavisa, and Dan Avery.
7 laps to go.
Greger makes it around Dan Avery. Spencer drops way off the pace. 5 laps to go. Stan Greger is on the top side of John Zavisa. Ed Kennedy is the next car to pass. Suddenly, Greger tangles with Zavisa. The leader, Greger, goes into the cement wall off turn number 4.
Can you believe that? My, oh my, oh my. So Zavisa actually is running in front of him in the 01.
Single file going to be the formation on the restart for 6 circuits. Jimmy Spencer thought the parking lot was a tough place to run.
Yeah. Well, his patience was rewarded.
Yep. And they go to green. Jim Spencer being challenged by Mighty Mike Stefanik. Stefanik goes down underneath Jimmy Spencer. Spencer slams the door and almost knocks it off its hinges. Stefanik tries the bottom of the racetrack again. 5 laps to go. Spencer goes wider. Stefanik tries to keep it low. Off the turn they come again. to the line. White flag is about to be issued. Berwick, Pennsylvania, Jimmy Spencer. Into turn number 3, and off that fourth turn, Mr. Excitement's got himself a win at Riverside Park Speedway. Mighty Mike Stefanik in for second. Unofficially in third, we believe, is still Tommy Bowles. Fourth is Ed Kennedy. This is unofficial. And fifth is John Zavisa. Sixth spot, car number 10 for Dan Avery. And unofficially in seventh, the number 7X of Eric Leclerc. He'll head down to Winston Victory Lane from Berwick, Pennsylvania. The Frank CC Racing Enterprises Apple House Quick Stop Beverage, number 24, the Troyer-built 100-powered race car for Jimmy Spencer.
Number 1 to the crowd, and he got the job done. Jimmy Spencer, this just had to be an incredible night for you. Got here late, you couldn't warm up, blow off in the heat race, and what a set of circumstances finds you in victory lane tonight.
Yeah, I'll tell you something. If it wasn't for Stanley getting in the wall, I think I was second best tonight, because we were sitting at breakfast this morning, and he was telling me how to set the car up, and I really appreciate it. So we played around with the car over there at Thompson today, and we got here late, but the crowd parked us in. But we still got here, put a show on, and I just love coming here because I think this is the second win now, and I like the people and just listen to them yelling. There's nothing like it.
Well, Jimmy, let's talk about the people. Let's talk about the crowd a little bit. Now, you got your fans, you get the cheers, and you got people who like to give you a little boo as well. How does that affect you?
That doesn't really bother me. I think that everybody knows I drive clean as I can. I do whatever it takes to win a race, and I give it 100% all the time. If I didn't think I could win, I wouldn't ever strap in a race car, and the fans pay a lot of money to see a good race, and I try and give them their money's worth.
Jimmy, you've got that nickname of Mr. Excitement. I'm sure some people were disappointed that Reggie Ruggiero wasn't here tonight. Of course, in New England, you've attracted some attention with your battle with Reggie in the Florida Series last month. What would you say to the critics, of the people who say that maybe you're a little too aggressive? Sometimes you get in a little over your head, maybe.
Well, certain people in the press never ask other people's opinion. They should ask my opinion, I believe. I'll tell them the truth. I don't lie to nobody. But I've never been asked the situation. Ben Dodge did. I explained it to him. And all the fans that follow me understand how I drive. And just like Reggie, if he was in my shoes, he'd have done the same thing, opposite. So, I would have liked to have Reggie here so him and I could have rubbed wheels tonight. But, it's racing, and he'll be back, and we'll get together again and put a show on for him.
Jimmy, your car seemed to get stronger as the night went on that restart at the very end of the race. And Mike Stefanik surprised you at all? Because he seemed to come on awful strong there.
Mike really come on strong, but I had a little too much front brake in the car, and I couldn't get it adjusted back out of the car quick enough, and that's why I was pushing, and I just decided to use up more real estate than I had to. But Mike did it to Rougemont. I'd switch wins with him right now. But, Mike's a clean driver, and he never hit me, and I never would have hit him, and everybody. I mean, it was a good race tonight. Just attrition really took them, but that's Riverside Park, I guess.
Jimmy, we know the tour and the championship bid, national championship are your top priorities. We hope to see you at Riverside again as the season goes on. Like I said, you get the cheers, you get the boos, but you're a heck of a guy to watch. Congratulations on your win tonight.
Thank you very much, and I want to thank all the people for coming out and supporting auto racing, because I love it, and I love yous out there yelling. Believe me.
You heard it from Jimmy himself, back upstairs.
Thank you very much, Mark. Here's the official finish. Your winner, car number 24, Jim Spencer. Finishing second, Mike Stefanik, the number 37. Third, Tommy Bowles, car number 73.